Hello, everybody. I'm back for my second stream of the day, and I was running a little bit late. I'm sorry about that. I almost, I'd almost actually almost was having supper, and I lost track of the time. And then Curtis from Skull Aquatics had messaged me, and he'll be joining me up here in just a few minutes. Really sorry about that. I'll go through the chat here and see what we have here. Who we have here? We have Sandy. Hello, Sandy. Oh, that's fine. I understand your work schedule. I was talking with Skull, Curtis from Skull Aquatics, and I said I'd like to do a live stream with him and when it would be convenient for him. And so we settled on this time, and then I started eating dinner a little while ago, and I forgot all about it. Yes, I am live. Finally. I had almost forgotten about it because I did the stream earlier, and then I remember I had the other one with Curtis, and he just sent me a message saying we're supposed to be going live right now. And I'm like, uh-oh, that's right. I started was eating pizza, and then I'm like, what time is it now? And then he messages, I'm like, oh my God. So, yes, here we are. Oh, you're first. You made it. And then Fathom Aquatics, yeah, right. Hello, M&C. How are you doing? So after next week, we're going to be doing the aquarium show and tell, unless we might even be able to do it tonight. I'd have to check something real quick, but I'm waiting for Curtis from Skull Aquatics. He's going to be joining me here. He sent me a message on Messenger, and I sent him the link. So we're going to see if he makes it or not here. He should be making it. So let's see here now. We have June. Hello, June. And Craig is in the house. Hello, Craig. Hi from the bathroom. Hello, Chris. How you doing, my friend? Welcome. Yeah, I was eating pizza. That's exactly what I was having. You know me pretty well. Yes, I don't know if anybody can message him, but he messaged me a moment ago about going live. So I was going to have him come up here and join us. We're going to have a little discussion about fish and shipping and stuff like that. If he makes it, otherwise I'll just sit here and talk with you guys for a little bit. And oh, you have been backstage. Oh my goodness. Hold on a second. I can't see for. Oh, I am so sorry. I am so sorry about that.
All right.
Hello there. I tell you one thing, it's been a rough one today. I'm like, you sent me the message. I'm like, you've been backstage. I'm like, uh-oh.
I was backstage when I sent you the message. It was like, where's this guy at?
Oh, I am so sorry. I am such a rookie at this. You know that? I'm just. I was sitting here finishing dinner when you messaged me. I completely lost track of the time.
Usually when I go to Vives, you can see his recliner, but he's not there. He's getting a drink. He's eating. He's doing something, but he's got his camera already on.
I'm just in the process of finishing my dessert. I got a little ice cream bar here. I'm finishing up here, so I'll have that gone in a second here. It says, I blame Curtis for being late while sleeping backstage. That's what Fathom says, Alex says.
I see how you are, Alex. I see.
And June has the same thing with Adele. Adele's be on the stage back there. I got to start checking that. I didn't. Well, I'm sorry for being late, Curtis. That's
No, you're fine.
I didn't mean to do that.
We need to get you hooked up like after Vibes' stream was over Saturday night. We went over how to hook him up to his TV.
I got to do that. I need to get I need a big screen TV down here where I can have this hooked up where I can see things better.
He was just like, "Oh my God, I can read everything from here," and it was like, "Yeah."
So that's how Vibes has his now, is on a big TV. Is that right?
I don't know if he's gonna keep it that way, but we got it to work, so he's got that option.
Now, is that how you do yours too?
Yeah, I'm on a TV. My laptop's actually sitting on a shelf with the lid closed. So.
Oh, okay. So you use the TV, and then you have the camera just hooked up to the TV, and then
The camera is hooked to the laptop. The microphone's hooked to the laptop.
Ah, okay. Nice.
So the camera's like mounted on top of the TV, and the microphone's hanging right off to the side.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that happened, didn't it? That happened, didn't it, Alex? We heard that.
Yep. Because Comfy and falls asleep and snores on stream. Does he do that?
He did it the other night.
Did he really? Wow.
Yes, sir. Well, Garcia went New Year's Eve for like 3 hours. And then at midnight, he got off and everybody went to Ian Atkins' stream. And that went another 4 hours, but I didn't make it. But I made it longer than Vibes because he was sitting in his recliner snoring.
Oh, my.
And Ian finally took him off the screen. So I texted him in the middle of the night. Said, "You know, you're snoring on stream right now. We're all recording it."
Is that one, that one's, I can go see that one?
Yeah, it's on Atkins' show.
On Atkins, okay. I'm going to have to check that out. Hey, we have Nathan Hubby in the house. How you doing, Nathan? I stained my TGOE shirt, and I tried twice to remove it. Oh, you stained it. Uh-oh. Ah.
Yeah.
Vibes reclined and got a pillow and a blanket and just made himself comfy.
Mm-hmm. He did, too. It was pretty
I gotta
fun.
say, the other night when we were watching Piles Aquatics, that was what a stream that was.
Yeah, I keep thinking I want to go to Houston to go to that show. But that'd be dangerous for me to go. To get around that guy?
Oh, yeah.
Well, and Warrior Planet Tank Steve would be there, too. So
you see so many things you want to buy, you'd probably be like, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he definitely has a lot of nice killifish, I tell you. In the earlier stream I did, I showed my Aphosimian australe, the golden Austral, and they've been breeding already, Curtis. And I'm going to bring my chair over here. I'm just pulling it with me here, and they've been breeding on this mop here.
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and turn this camera around 1 second. Show it to you here. Yeah, they've been doing really well.
M&C, I wish you'd have found 2 of those tanks because I'd have took one. That'd be cool to have.
What size tank was it?
Well, we were discussing our first tanks, and his very first tank. Do you remember the one that looked like a gumball machine?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was his first tank, and he found one.
Oh, wow.
So I said, if you could find 2 of them, I'd take one.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah,
now,
those are.
I remember the past stream, he has a lot of tanks, doesn't he?
He's downsized quite a bit, but yeah, he's still got quite a few.
Right. Let's see here. I found one of those tanks. I sent you. Hope to pick it up.
Yeah, that's it.
Good. Excellent. Let's see here. I'm a little bit running behind here. I wasn't. I had some things prepared, and I think I had them on my other the other stream. I didn't transfer them over to this one, but so I'm a little bit unprepared for this. But anyway, I'm going to show you right here. This is that female I was telling you about.
Yeah.
And they've been going through this mop here quite a bit. I'm not sure. I tried to look earlier. I think I can see some little eggs there. Right there's the male. And
Now, are you pulling those eggs and putting them somewhere?
I haven't done that yet. I don't really have any place to put them yet unless I get like a container I have extra heaters and everything, so if I can get like a big tote or something, I can try that for the time being until I get more tanks set up. But it's only been in here. This mop's only been in here for like this is the third day. But when I put that mop in there, these guys immediately took to it, and they were in there and they were just breeding all over. I got a little video coming out here in another day or so. I got the footage of it, of them breeding all over it. And pretty exciting about it because these are really pretty fish, I tell you. And not only they're just beautiful, but they have interesting behavior too. You know, they're not aggressive, but they're not. You know, they show a lot of interest. He's going down there checking out that shrimp, but they don't really attack them. But one good thing though is I had a whole bunch of scuds in this tank, and these guys, that guy right there, pretty much cleaned them out.
Yeah.
Since I had them.
I know Richard Reynolds says that he takes his mops and just puts them in another empty tank.
Yeah, that's what
lets them hatch out over there.
Okay. Over here, I got some more cinder blocks. I'm going to be building another stand, and then I'm going to take you over here. And I got some more tanks from the Petco sale. I'm thinking I got this 10-gallon. I might be able to use that as the put the mops in and get a filter in there, get it all cycled up real good. And I got this 20-gallon long, and then I got a 40 breeder down here.
Nice.
And this is a stand that came with my 65-gallon. I can just use that for one of the 40s. And I plan on getting another 40 here pretty soon.
Yeah, M&C saying if you would have been in Jimmy's stream Monday afternoon, he was showing his tanks.
Now his stream isn't on available to see though, is it?
I don't know what he's doing with it. He said he's going to take it down and clip it and make videos out of it because right at first, Mike B took us all to this really, really nice fish store and gave us a tour.
Oh, nice.
And then later we got to see M&C's tanks, and then we got to meet Hagen Hills, who's a new YouTube channel. They came on and showed their tanks. So I think he's going to make like 3 separate videos of it and release that part.
Oh, okay.
Which would be pretty cool.
Yeah. Definitely. I'm going to put my camera back around here. There we go. Oops. There we go. Nice. Yeah, M&C, I think next week or the week after, I'm going to be doing the aquarium show and tell. I already have a few people lined up for it. But now your schedule, Curtis, you usually work till around 5 or 6 o'clock, right?
It's usually 5:30 when I get home, Central Time. Okay.
All right. So what I think I'm going to do is I might do something similar like this week, but of course next week I'll make sure that it's I'm here on time and not being a few minutes late. That was odd.
Alex Mike did that on Jimmy's stream on Monday.
Oh wow.
He was going to the fish store to get some frozen food, and then he just took his phone in with him and gave us, I don't know, a 20-25 minute tour.
Oh, nice.
Saltwater. They actually had a sloth and squirrels and all kinds of stuff in this because it's a reptile fish store.
A sloth?
Yeah.
Oh, is this? I think I've seen a
It's the one that KG goes to.
Yeah, right.
Mm-hmm. Same store. He took us through there.
Oh wow, yeah, that's a beautiful place from what they were showing.
Mm-hmm.
Now that's in North Carolina.
He's in Virginia Beach.
Oh, Virginia Beach. Okay. Yeah, it was really. I seen that. I watched that interview with John from KG and
Mhm.
the other gentleman there, and he was talking about that sloth. I'm like, well, who has a sloth as a store pet? It's interesting.
Yeah. He had some pretty. They had a saltwater, and Mike was right. He called it a lagoon. It was like 8 foot across and maybe 12, 15 foot long, like 2 foot deep, with corals in the middle, like 2 coral islands.
Oh,
Yeah, you got to see that. It was just like I want to see that in person. That was awesome.
oh yeah. M&C is saying that Jimmy Stream is still up. Okay, good. I'm gonna have to go back and watch that when we're finished here.
Get your coffee because it's about 4 hours long.
Oh, is it? Uh-oh. I got a coffee upstairs. I forgot to bring it down with me.
Yeah, we just kind of just rolled from one thing to another, and Adele came up, and we had a good time.
Oh, nice. Yeah, but when I do my earlier stream, that's like 5:30 in the morning for Adele.
Yeah.
When I do mine at 3:30, but I kind of like streaming at nighttime. It's more my time of the day because you know me, I'm a late owl.
Yeah, I used to be. I worked graveyards for about 20 years, so I'm good at that.
Now you're on the morning shift.
Yeah.
First
But
shift.
I'm not gonna complain because the guys that are working the other shifts, they work 4 days on and 3 days off.
Yeah.
But every 4 months they switch days off.
Ah.
So every 4 months you're working Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Your days off are Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. It's pretty hard to get motivated to go to work Saturday night and Sunday night.
Oh, I bet. Especially when you're used to having the weekend off,
Yeah. It pays really good money though. So
Oh yeah.
yeah, it pays really good.
Person myself, but I like to stay up late and sleep in. I
Even
do.
later.
Kenny Yee, welcome, my friend.
Yeah.
Kenny Aquatics. Great to see you, sir. I kind of embarrassed myself, Kenny. I was on here. I had it set up with Skull here to be streaming with him at 7:30, and I'm sitting upstairs watching TV, finishing up dinner with my wife, and I get a message. We're supposed to be going live right now, and I turned white as a ghost. My wife thought I was going to pass out. I was like, "Oh no!" I didn't use those words, but I got down here as quick as I could. You kind of catch you off balance when that happens, and you're kind of like, "Oh, geez, I forgot all about that."
Yeah. That's happened with me and Vibes a few times. He's like, "It's 5 minutes to go. Where are you?" And it was like, "You don't go till 15 minutes late anyway. What are you worried about? I'll be there." That guy's he's always late.
I'm usually on time, if not early, but I don't know what. I think it's because I did the stream earlier. I was like, I did my stream. I completely forgot about having the second one, but yeah. So earlier in my earlier stream, I was talking about one of the topics I had was about the plans for 2024.
Oh, yeah.
For the fish room. So I'm going to go ahead and ask you, if you don't mind, Curtis, do you have any plans for 2024 for the coming up in your fish room?
Yeah. Well, first thing I got to do is fix my pond outside, which is too cold to be fixing. And then these goldfish that are in this tub are going to go back out there.
Oh, okay.
And I've got a rack to put over here that I can start filling.
Oh, nice.
So I can add another dozen tanks, however many I can get on there. But I got to do something with all of these plecos. That gray looking tank is how it looks 3 days after a water change, because there's probably 60 plecos in there.
Wow.
They're all the long fin green dragons.
Yeah.
And about March or April, a whole bunch of them need to go find a home in somebody else's house.
Well, I'm sure you won't have too much of a problem with that once shipping begins, and
yeah,
there's going to be people all over the place wanting to get some of them.
That's the biggest deal is to get the pond back where it needs to be, free up that room. I already know what stand I'm going to get. I'm not going to use the cinder blocks. I'm going to get the metal stand to put over here.
Oh, okay.
Because I found one that when I open that door that will fit perfectly on that wall. It's the right length, height,
Nice.
and it's one of them heavy duty ones. So
Yeah. I got a couple of those over here that I was thinking about maybe doing it, but it's over on the other side of the basement over here. Let me see. I could probably turn my camera around again, show it to you. I'll do that.
M&C says we're going to hang out sometime this year, and we are. He's in the same state as I am. We're like on opposite ends, but we can make it happen.
Right. Now he's in your state, right? In Kansas?
Yeah. But I'm on the west side, he's on the east side.
Oh, okay.
And if you drive from one side to the other, it's about an 8-hour drive.
Oh wow. That is a long drive. I'd have a hard.
It's 8 hours for me to go to Dallas.
That is a long drive. I for Dallas or something like, of course, for me in Michigan, I'd have to either fly or take a train or something. But let me walk over this way here. Sorry about the mess down here. I got to do some more organizing, but I got this big. I think this is called like a Husky safe, or not Husky safe, but a Husky rack, and it's supposed to be up to, I think, it's 800 pounds per shelf. This is where I keep all my extra stuff. I got my heat sealer there, and I got an extra Danner pump back there for the air system in case this one ever goes out. This is where I keep all my shipping supplies. I got my styrofoam here, up here, and then my heat packs down in here. And then, well, right now I'm trying to get away from these breather bags. I'm trying to the point where I can start doing that. So I'm gonna try and bring so that I can start doing that, you know. But yeah, I got this. What's that?
You get in that corner. You get in that corner and you freeze and you break up.
Oh, do I? Oh, okay. I'm sorry about that. I'm gonna go walk back over here where I'm normally at. Well, it's big down here. This goes about 50 feet front to back. From there all the way to this end. And then where I'm usually at is over here. Yeah, there's some of the red zebras there. Right here, part of my thing, these are all going. I got, I've already got it worked out with my LFS. And he's supposed to be taking them from me, so I'm hoping that that's the case. But I was going to show you this other. What's that?
Jimmy Peace here. He must have heard us talking about him.
Oh, yeah. Look at this. 2 guys that are in my inner circle. How you doing, Jimmy? I got to go and watch your live stream from the other day. I didn't even get the notification for it or anything. In fact, I'm not sure what.
I didn't either. I had just came down here and turned my stuff on. I was actually going to clean a bunch of filters in my sink that I still haven't cleaned. And I saw Jimmy was on and was like, well, I'm going to mess with Jimmy a little bit.
Yeah.
4 hours later, we're still there. Just fun.
I would have loved to see that live too, but I'm going to have to go and watch the replay on it.
That was a good time.
Now, is that the one where Vibes fell asleep?
No, that was on Atkins the night before.
Oh, the night before. Okay.
Yeah, it's his New Year's, whatever he was. Yeah, Jimmy says he took it down and he's going to edit it. That's what I thought you were going to do. Oh,
okay. All right. Well, I'll watch it when it comes out. Either way, check it out.
People do a 2-4 hours stream. I don't have time usually to go back and watch that. I got other things.
Yeah, 4 hours is a long time, yeah.
But yeah, if you edit it down, it'll be like 3 or 4 good little videos.
Yeah, I try to keep my stream to about an hour to an hour and a half usually. The other day one of my streams went to almost 3 hours, but I tend to like a shorter stream. Hello, Scott. There's Sarah. How you doing?
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen my wild bettas here before, Sarah. I got some new ones down here. I just put some zucchini down here in the bottom of this tank, and they're going to town on it, those albino plecos. But this right here is a wild betta Phelps right here. That's the male right there, the big one.
Yeah.
And then I got some females in here. Where'd they go? They're probably hiding down here from this guy. He likes to, he's not mean to them or anything, but he's always wanting to breed.
You're going to have to get a hold of Mr. Pyle, because it sounded like he was pretty interested in trading you.
Oh yeah, if I get these bettas, I got 3 different pairs of bettas, wild type bettas that are breeding. I got this guy down here. I think he's got, because I can tell by his he's got black cheeks, and that's usually an indication. And you can see he's kind of puffed out a little bit. Yeah. That's a pretty good indication that he's holding right now. Because when their gill plates turn black like that, it's usually when they have the babies in there, the eggs. And he's acting like he might be holding right now, but I got to pull those mollies out of there. I did have them in there for a while because at first when I put them in there, they were making it so that that pair would bond. The bond would be a little stronger with them. And now they're just kind of pestering them. I mean, they don't hurt them or anything, but
yeah, they're just interfering.
Mm-hmm. Well, they bred themselves. You can see that female there; she's getting pretty fat.
Yeah.
So we'll be having more of those. And I got a bunch of new babies up here, and this new fry up here in the Episto tank. You think that the Episto right there would be eating them, but they don't. I got a pair in there, but they're real peaceful. They don't bother the black mollies. The black mollies don't bother them. It's about as close to a skate tank as I have right now with that moss and stuff. And I got this potted plant down here. That's that Ludwigia repens.
Yeah. That one you got from Tara?
No, these ones are here. Mark Shelley, when he came and visit, he brought. I had ordered it, and he hand delivered them. So I got all these Ludwigias, and then let me see what else I got over here. More than 65 gallon. I got them, and I got some more back there in the corner there. I just cleaned this glass, and I already got algae back in there again already. I guess maybe I'm running too many nutrients in here. I've been adding some of the liquid fertilizer, not much, but then I've been putting some root tabs down in there for the Valsinaria and that dwarf lily there. Now that right there I got from Tara. That's the dwarf lily. That's really nice.
Did you try the root tabs that Mark Shelley was telling us about?
I have used those, but I used for these ones here. I put in the C-Chem Flourish tab.
Yeah.
But I'll show you now. Then I have over here. I mean, bringing you guys around here quite a bit here. But in this one right here, I broke one of those Job's plant spikes in half, and I buried about down near the bottom of this terracotta pot. And this right here was one plant. This one here, and this I cut this from that. Planted it in that little terracotta pot, and then I put the other half in this one. And they are they've grown a lot.
Yeah.
When I first put this one in, it was down here about to here, and it grew all the way up to there, and that's where I snipped it, and then I planted it in this.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, they're growing pretty fast. There's my other Anubias there. It's looking kind of peaked, though. I'm not sure what's going on with that.
M&C says he needs some crypts. Well, I can help you out with that because I got to separate a whole bunch of them in the next few months.
Oh, yeah. Crypts are something I like. That was one big... I didn't show you the other one here. This is something you haven't seen since... These are the fish I got from you. I'm going to show you over here. I still got to move some of these around. I got both the male Xenotoka in here,
Uh-huh.
and over in this tank I have the 4 female.
You need to get them together.
I am. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take one of those males over here and take 2 of the females, put them over there for the trios. And they got all
Yeah.
that there and stuff, and some other plants. There's some more of that Ludwigia. I got lots of the hornwort over here, but they're doing great in there. They pretty much wiped out all the scuds in this tank.
Yeah, I figured they would. When you were telling me about it, it was like, well, help is on the way.
Oh yeah,
These
reinforced.
guys will get them.
Yeah, and you can see they don't bother the shrimp at all. Um, I'm sure if they see a little baby shrimplet, they'll probably eat it, but
Yeah,
for
probably.
the numbers are still in there. I still see some baby shrimp also, even with that. But over here, the Isla Tiger, look at that. Look at that fat. I think it's a female right there, I believe.
Yep, looking
Look at
good.
Look at that belly on that one. Yeah, I got a few of them in there like that. Really good size. But that right there is a crypt. I forget what Eric said it was, but it's a really got really long leaves on it. I don't know if anybody can identify this crypt. It's a I wish I could remember.
I've had mine do that if I put them in a bucket because I got too many and I leave them in the bucket. They get that elongated look instead of the bushy look.
Yeah, I think it's called a crypt red undulata. I think.
Yeah.
I think that's what she called it. I can ask her. I'll find out about that. But I'm really liking this down here too. You can see
About.
they've really sprouted a lot of runners out here. I got the ones I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different plants off that one, popping up all over the place.
Alex, I've been everywhere. I've been on too many live streams. I think I'm up to 20 some hours in the last week of live streams. But then unfortunately I had to go to work.
Now you work full time, don't you?
Yeah. Full time,
Yep.
overtime, whatever it's needed.
Yep. Yeah, I've done that too. It's times change though. Circumstances have changed for me. I used to work full time and overtime a lot, and then family situations occur and whatnot, and then you got to do what you have to take care of the family. So my wife, when she got her cancer,
Yeah.
and I'm here, taking care of her. Now she's cancer free, but now I'm here. It's like I just never went back. But let's see here, a whole bunch with the back to work again. Yeah, right. I'm sorry about me being so unprepared here, Curtis. I completely
Oh, you're good.
I dropped the ball with all my. I had a bunch of nice banners and topics and all that, and the problem is I did them on my other stream, and they were there. I was going to copy them over to this, and I completely forgot about it.
No, it's fun just to chit chat once in a while instead of having to follow a certain path.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. It's kind of nice to do that.
Yeah, we can do that. We can do that some other time.
Absolutely. Yes, Sarah. Thank you so much. I tell you one thing. It was 2021 is when she had early in 21 is when she was diagnosed with the cancer, and by the grace of God, she had a bunch of surgeries. It was like one massive surgery, but she got them all taken out, all the lymph nodes and whatnot, and then she had to do some radiation afterwards. But she's been cancer free now ever since then. That was in 21. That was probably one of my worst years so far because that's one of our first cat of the 3 boys I got passed away also. So that was a really rough year for us between Kathy's cancer and then losing our boy. It was tough. But we made it. she's doing good now, and we're just going to keep it that way, you know.
Yep.
Yep.
She seems like she helps you quite a bit from what I've seen.
Oh, she does. Oh, you know what? I wouldn't be alive right now if it wasn't for her. I don't think, to be honest with you, it would be debatable whether or not I could or not. But you know, but that's not a discussion for today. That's hopefully be a while off for that. So yeah. So now I know you were talking with Jeff Kane about doing some trading on some fish.
Yeah, we already have.
Now you sent him those Yucatan sailfin mounts, right?
Yeah.
And what did you get in place of those?
I got the Xyphosphorus millerii swordtails.
Oh, yeah. Are those the ones with the real long tails, or are those the Montezumas?
They're the ones that have been on Dan's quite a bit, and they're like $50 a pair.
Oh, yeah. I can't believe some of those pairs that he has on there. The prices in my garage. Like
Yeah, a lot of those I can find from a local, not a local breeder, but a home breeder, like kind of I am.
Yeah.
For a lot less, or I can trade. One spotted or not. Yeah. Yes, John, Select Pit, they're spotted.
Oh, wow. Excellent. Yeah, we were talking about when we were on Pile Aquatics, you know, he's got all those killifish now that I'm starting to get these killifish. I'm like, if I can get some of these wild type bettas to breed, maybe I can do some swapping with him.
Yeah.
Because
I didn't know what topic we were going to bring, because I have a notebook of fish that I want to get, and I know who has them.
Oh. You have a whole notebook.
I have, well, it's like a half a page, but.
Well, yeah, but you got a list.
Yeah, but I know who has them. I've already talked to them. Working on the deals.
Okay. I wonder, sometime we'll have to go over that page and you can tell me what all it is you're looking for, and who knows, before you know it, I'll probably see them. I'll probably want them too.
Yeah, probably.
That's the way it is with me, you know. Well, that's the way it is, you know. I watched back a few years ago when I started watching your videos, and I seen those goodies, and I'm like, man, those are great looking fish. I'd like to get some of them, and then now I got some, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, Fathom dried. I want his Beischer.
Oh, yeah.
Have you seen those?
I seen the Beisters, yeah. I seen his Beisters.
No, his tanks are pretty cool. I'm impressed.
They got some of those little Beisters at PetSmart right now. They're cheap too. They're only like $7.99 for the little Senegal. They're about 3 or 4 inches long. They're cute. I mean, they're nice looking little fish.
Well, if you want to know anything about them, that's the guy that knows all about them.
Yeah, I know they get big, and I know they can be kind of predators, you know. But that's all right. If I had a special tank set up for just something like that, would be, yeah.
Yeah.
They remind me of like a water dragon, the way they look.
Mm-hmm. Prehistoric.
Yeah. As we were on earlier, I was going to talk to Alex and everybody. I'm hoping that we can do like an aquatic show and tell where you can show some of those, like some of his fish that he has. And
yeah, you might have to go at a different time of day or something, but I'm sure he will.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what his schedule is like, but maybe an evening, maybe in the evening around, maybe even later than this, like 8 or 9 o'clock at night.
I don't remember whose stream we were on the other day, but he did. He showed us a saltwater tank and everything.
Oh, wow. I've never had a saltwater tank yet.
He's got a lungfish.
Ooh, nice.
Got to see the lungfish.
Awesome.
Got to see the sump that he built. If you've seen that video where he builds that sump.
Yes, I did, and I seen. I know that him and Mel were doing some diagrams of them too, of the sump.
Mm-hmm.
So it was interesting. Also, I've never had a sump filter yet.
I did on my saltwater tank for a long time.
Now, do you still have your saltwater set up?
No.
No.
No. It was one of those deals. Guys come over from work, and this one guy for 2 years, when are you going to sell me that? When are you going to sell me that? And eventually he got to the right price, and it was like, well, go get your money. I can always do it again. And then I never have. I've went other directions, but
yeah. I mean, someday maybe a saltwater tank. I could probably try it sometime, but I mean, no, I'm in no big hurry. I mean, there's so much in the freshwater that I haven't even scratched the surface yet. Honestly, I've always, and like I always make a joke about it. I've been in the hobby since '74, but the thing of it is, I probably have less experience than most everybody on here right now when it comes to community fish.
Yeah, because you probably did the same fish forever.
The big South and Central American cichlids is all I kept. I mean, most of the stuff that I keep now would be considered food for them. Well, I wouldn't feed them. I mean, I wouldn't do that, but it would have been like a food type fish because they were all giants, like big red devils and Oscars and Jack Dempseys and all that kind of stuff. They were. I mean, there's nothing wrong with those fish. I love them, but that's just not me anymore. That's why I'm switching. I went down to the smaller sized African cichlids, and now I want to just getting into the killifish and the bettas and the community fish, and plants is another biggie that I really like. That is really kind of pushing me along in the hobby right now.
Yeah, well, it gives you something to learn about and to study and try to figure out.
That's another thing too. I remember seeing the crypts that you have and that moss and stuff. I was like, that's the kind of stuff I like. When I look at a tank and I see that big mound of moss, or I see those big crypts like you have in your tanks, and that that makes me want to try and replicate it because it looks so nice.
Yeah, you can. The cat's bothering the dogs again.
Oh, troublemaker, huh?
Well, I keep the dogs down here so they don't get in trouble, and the cat gets close enough to screw with them to get them to bark, and then takes off.
Oh.
And now he's in here bothering me.
Yep, cats rule the roost. I tell you, my cats here, they do the thing with my cats. I'll be sitting here, sometime if I do like a live stream or if I'm just on the computer, my cat will walk up and he'll just kind of like slap my leg with his nails. I'm like, wanting attention.
I can get rid of him pretty fast. All I got to do is open that gate over there and that big dog come out. He's gone.
Oh, yeah.
He's sitting up in the window.
You feel safe right now that you got the gate on there.
Yeah, that's why he's messing with him.
Right. Well, so how many tanks are you running right now in your fish room right there, approximately?
Yeah, about 30.
30, okay. I got about 21 down here right now. I got more. I got 6 tanks upstairs, and then I got 4 over here that I still need to set up yet. Actually 5, because I got another 10-gallon behind me here too.
Yeah. I just set up a tub of salt water so that I can. These guys, I don't know if you can see them swimming around. I've been raising brine shrimp to be adults.
Oh yeah, I remember you telling me about that.
I've had so many people ask me how to do it, so I have like 6 clips now of the day I started, 7 days later, and now they're to the point where they're laying brine shrimp eggs.
Oh wow, nice.
So now I'm going to put them in like a 20-gallon tub so we could get even more and more and more.
So now when they have when they lay the eggs in the water, I mean, you just leave them and they just go ahead and go through the whole hatching process all over again.
It's just like you put them in your hatcher that you bought.
Oh, wow. So it's like a never-ending supply of shrimp, really.
Pretty much.
That's a great idea. I remember seeing Greg Sage. He had a video on it, how he'd raise his up to adults.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we had a long discussion about it because he was doing it his way and I was doing it my way. And then he's like, how long you been doing that? And I was like, I don't know, 10 years, 15 years.
Wow. I may have to get more in touch with you on that too, so I can try and grow those shrimp up a little bit bigger for my other fish.
I need to do like about one more clip just to show the ending and go over, you know, how I did it, just sort of like a recap, and then put all those clips together and then let it go.
That'd be awesome. I can't wait to see that.
Yeah, I agree, Keith. They don't have a lot of nutritional value because you just feed them spirulina, but it's more for the fun. If you just take your little shrimp net and throw 20 or so in every tank, it just brings out that hunting that the fish want to do.
Alex from Fathom Aquatics, I got $1,000 bicher. Wow.
Yeah.
So that must be a giant one, one of those really large.
He said the name of it the other day, but I'm not that good with bichers to repeat what it was.
Yeah, I don't know much about them, but it must be a rare species for it to be that, that expensive, I think.
I know it was awesome looking.
Yeah. M&C says the limia I got from Curtis were on my bucket list for years. Yeah, and so are the Gadids I got too. I've seen those on Curtis's, those big Xenotoka, and I was like, man, those are beautiful. They had the red near the tail and the kind of like goldish color to the body and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
How big do those get about?
Oh, 2.5, 3 inches.
2.5, 3 inches. Okay.
Oh, when they're
so these guys here I got right now are about 1.5 to 2 inches, I think, and they're getting.
Yeah, they're young adults.
Yeah. Yeah, they're doing good though. So what limias did M&C get?
Same ones you did.
Oh, the tiger limias. Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I have the Limia perugiae and I have the Limia nigrofasciata.
Well, that's the humpback.
That's the humpback.
Yeah, the nigrofasciata is the humpback. Yeah, I seen that when on your last tour, I think it was part 1.
Yeah.
And you showed them. Now those are really beautiful looking too.
Yeah, because they have the yellow on them. They have that tiger stripes, but they're a taller body and they have the yellow fins.
Yeah. They are gorgeous. I'm seeing here now, Coral says, so you're going to start doing a morning stream when you get home.
Yeah, they're trying to talk Alex into doing a stream.
I was on Rico's stream earlier today before I did my first stream, and he was talking about maybe moving mine up to 2:00, and then he could send people over from his stream to my stream. And then I talked to my wife about that, and the thing of it is she, right now, for the equipment we have, I use her iPad generally for the live stream, but I'm just not right now. I'm on my phone because she's working right now, but I was talking about doing that. That was really nice of Rico Stan to say that, and I really do appreciate that, Rico Stan. But I have to keep it at 3:30 or later, is what the problem is for me.
I've actually live streamed from my work computer. So I have a laptop I take back and forth to work, and I just plug the camera and stuff in the other computer, and I've set it up in advance so that it all works.
Well,
so
nice.
even if I'm out of town, I can do it if I need to.
So if you go to Aquashella, Dallas, you're gonna have your camera with you.
I'll have my laptop with me. Yeah.
Laptop, and then you take your cell phone around to get the camera work, and then is that how you do it?
Yeah, I do that, and Vibes shows up with way too much stuff. He's got microphones that mount to a gimbal, and
oh wow!
I usually just hang out with him. We've been hanging out together for the last couple of years. So.
Yeah, seems like a fun guy though. I mean, he's got a lot of energy, and
yeah, that's the way he is in person when you meet him, just like he is on there.
Nice. Yeah, hopefully if I can save up enough money, I'd like to go to one of these events, either the Quad City Swap in Iowa or the Aquashella or even the Keystone Clash even.
Yeah.
You know,
Any
any
of
of those.
any event's going to be fun because you're going to meet people.
Yeah, I want to go to
I,
something anyway. I just gotta.
I still need to go back to the Kansas City club because every month they have a swap, a speaker, they have something. And I slid in there a couple of years ago and nobody knew who I was. So I was just wandering around their swap. But this summer I'm going to go a couple of times.
I want to go to one of them. I have to kind of like target which one I want to do, and then I gotta save money, and we'll see how it goes. Let's see how the fortune shines on me.
That's
I want to go
why
to something.
I go certain places because I'm not rich. But like the Quad City swap, my son lives 2 hours from there.
Oh,
So no hotel.
right,
You know.
right.
The thing in Kansas City is my daughter lives there. She lives like 20 minutes from where they hold their meetings.
See, I'd have to if I went to the Quad City, it'd have to be like a day trip. I'd have to go there,
Mhm.
do the swap, and then come home that same night probably.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Because
would drive.
I'd definitely be getting fish or something, so I'd have to get them home, at a fairly reasonable time.
I'd drive from his house, go to the swap, go back to his house that night with whatever. I told him, I wonder what your woman's gonna do when I have, because he's got a nice house, the fancy granite countertops. It's like,
Oh,
what's
nice.
what's she gonna do when I got like 6 buckets of fish sitting up on that counter with air pumps running and stuff? He just got looking at me like, I don't think so, dude.
Yeah, I'd probably be just going there and taking them home in the bags that they bag them up in.
Yeah,
Hopefully they have enough.
I would have to do something because even after I get to his house, I got a 10-hour drive home. So
10 hours. Wow. I can't do a 10-hour drive anymore. My back would be hurting me so bad I wouldn't even be able to walk. 10 hours is a long drive for me. That'd be, I mean, I could drive 2 or 3 hours and I could feel it then, but 10
well,
hours.
I have enough days off at work because I've been there forever since my 20s.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so like Aquashella, took off on Thursday and drove to Dallas. I was there Thursday night. Got up Friday, wandered around while they were setting everything up, and went and ate. Then I came back on Monday. I used 3 days off.
Nice.
And I'll do the same thing if I go to Quad City. I'll leave Saturday, stay at my boy's house, go to that on Sunday, and Monday I'll come home.
Now, you've been to the Quad City swap already before?
I haven't been there. All I've seen is the videos of it.
Oh, just the videos. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So
And
you've been to Aquashella, Dallas. Have
Yeah.
you been to any other events?
I've been to like the Omaha swaps and the Lincoln, Nebraska swaps and little ones like that. But
How did you like those? Were they good?
even though you say little ones, there's still probably 40 or 50 people in there selling fish.
Nice.
You know,
That's a problem here in Michigan, where I'm at, my part of Michigan. There's nothing like that around here. I mean, I don't want to drive all the way to Detroit, and I'm not sure how good the swaps are there, but it's too long to drive for me. And the other one would be in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Now that's a little more doable. That's only about an hour and a half drive from my place.
I'm sure there's probably something that goes on there.
Nothing in Lansing though. Nothing in my hometown.
Yeah.
I wish there was. I may have to start one of my own. Get people interested in it. Maybe get a Lansing swap going.
Yeah,
That way-
I thought about going to the Denver one, but listening to Geek Boy talk about it, it's probably not worth going to.
Oh, he wasn't very impressed with it?
No, wasn't real impressed that's the way I got it.
Ah.
But I'll see Geek Boy this spring so I can ask him.
I just noticed here that Keith from KGE Tropicals is going to be going live on Monday. At what time is that going to be, Keith?
He said it's going to be whenever his shipment of plants comes in.
Oh, I get a stack order from airport. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
nice. I think it was Crypt Keeper Aquatics. I won a botanical package and it was from KGE Tropicals. Wow, what a great! I've still got some of those botanicals yet I haven't used yet, but I've used quite a few of them in my tanks, in my Pisto tank and in my betta tanks, and also the shrimp tanks. Really a lot of nice stuff. It's amazing how much those like the shrimp they really love when they get the little microfauna growing on them, like the seed pods and stuff.
Yeah.
Really
See,
cool.
like Select Pet says the Killifish Association and the American Live Bears was in Kalamazoo this year.
Kalamazoo's about the same distance for me as and that's the town. I think it's a town where some other friends live at. I don't want to throw names out there or anything, but Kalamazoo, yeah, that's about the same distance.
Yeah.
Well, that for killifish, it might be worth it, for me to make that drive. That's not too bad. I could probably make an hour and a half back there and back.
I'll have to send you the links to their website because a lot of those shows move every year.
Oh, here's Tara right here. Hello, Tara. I didn't see you. I'm behind in the chat again, like usual. Hello there.
It's like the ALA is in Florida this year. 2024, it's in Florida.
I know they had the trifecta. What's it called? The trifecta. Where was that at? In Kentucky?
Yeah, that was a couple of years ago.
A couple of years ago, they had They had Cichlid Association, Live Bears, and Killifish all in the same place.
Mm.
Here, Key says, "Go ahead."
Yeah.
Oh, I'm way behind in the chat, aren't I?
Oh yeah.
Holy Moses!
Well, I've been prompting you along with the comments I'm reading.
I appreciate that. You know what? That saves because I get. That's a problem. You see, I get yakking my mouth off, and I lose track of everything. That's typical Jeff. Let's see here.
I'll send you the links to all of them that I know of.
Oh, okay, I appreciate that. Yeah, that's. I was mentioning to you the Quad City has more than one swap too. The one you mentioned on April 7th. They also have one in September.
Yeah.
And there's like 4 or 5 they do.
There's one this month too.
I'm in Lansing, Michigan, Keith.
See, yeah, the Cichlid Association's in Cincinnati this year.
Ah, okay. Just down south a little ways from us.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Okay, I'm just trying to catch up here a little bit. Oh, Aquashella Chicago is August 3rd and 4th. I plan on. Oh, nice. That's my birthday month too. Maybe I can arrange that as my birthday present. That'd be cool. But yeah, we'll have to see. Now, when is the Dallas one is? When is that, Curtis?
It's like May 18th and 19th or something like that. It's the middle of May.
Okay. Yeah, it depends on if I can save up enough for which one, but we'll see about that. I've always wanted to go to one of these shows. I mean, every time I see them on YouTube and everything, I'm like, man, that looks like so much fun. You got all the stuff that you never see.
Wear your comfortable shoes. I'll tell you that.
Oh yeah,
You'll be on your feet and talking and wandering around and
walking all over the place, checking everything. I couldn't help it. And once I start looking at fish and tanks and even the food and all the accessories and all that kind of stuff, I get lost.
I told Vibes in Dallas I'm staying right with him, so that everything that he gets for free, I'm going to try to get one too.
Right.
he seems to come back with a whole carload, and I come back with nothing.
Yeah. Well, he gets out there and he mingles a lot. He gets out there and everybody hands him stuff. M&C says, I'm going to the meeting, Curtis, for a club meeting, at least one.
Yeah, we've been trying to figure that out because Alex is going to be in Fish 3. Alex from Fish. He's going to be in Kansas City in June.
Oh, in June. Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm. There's a speaker every month in the summer.
Oh, nice. That's going to be fun having him there.
Yeah.
I just watched a replay on his. He had an interview with Father Fish. That was really interesting, too. Because they have similar ideas about their tanks and whatnot, and the dirty tanks and all that. And that was kind of interesting.
I watch it. They have different ways of going about it, but they both still work. Just like anything else. Everybody's got their own little way they do things.
Yeah. I was going to mention to Tara while she's out here, that white rock that you gave me, Tara, I'm using it now, and I put a African water fern, I glued it to it. Maybe I can show that if she's still here. She wants to see it. Bring this around here. This tank right here, this is the one I have my rosy red minnows in. Let me go ahead and show this real quick. This tank's not the prettiest one to look at, but
I got a green, solid green one over there, so don't feel bad. I don't know how I did it, but I accomplished it.
That's it right there. It's kind of like a quartz rock. She was concerned whether or not that would be leaching hardness into the water, but like I had mentioned, my water comes out hard out of the tap, but then it doesn't have any KH in it. So that something like this is actually going to help me in the long run, I think.
Yeah.
Keeping that. But that right there is what's called an African water fern. And what happened was I didn't do my proper research on it, and I had planted it in a little terracotta pot. And then I did some more research on it, and I said, oh, it's like a rhizome plant. You're not supposed to bury it, But it was only for a few days, so luckily I think I got it in time because it looks like I got some new growth on it. And that's supposed to be quite big there, African water fern.
Yeah, I have one that's about, I don't know, 16 inches wide and about 10 inches tall now.
Wow. Yeah, this is just a new little one I got. And
I stole it, though.
oh, really? Got a good deal on it, huh?
Yeah, I grabbed Greg Sage from behind and twisted his arm clear up behind him and told him I want a piece of that. And he just reached in the tank and broke me off a piece of it. Here, throw it in your bucket.
Oh, wow. That's great.
I didn't twist his arm. He's bigger than I am. He'd probably hurt me.
Well, he's a generous guy, though. I tell you, it seems like.
Yeah, he's good people.
Yeah.
He's super fun to hang out with and talk to.
Keith says the Aquashilla is more corporate than the Clash is.
But right at the moment, that's the one that I can get in my vehicle and drive to.
Yeah.
Because where I live, to get on a plane, only flies one place, and that's Dallas. And it's over $300 round trip just to Dallas and back.
Wow.
So if I try to add Pennsylvania onto the top of that, I'm looking at $800 to $1,000 plane ticket.
Yowza.
And if I drive, I'm looking at 24 hours, whatever many hours.
That's so weird. My sister-in-law
someday.
from Lansing, she flew from Lansing to California, and I think the round trip ticket was like $350.
My daughter lives in Kansas City. She flies to Vegas all the time for like $200 round trip.
Wow.
Because it's nonstop from major airport to major airport. I don't have that luxury.
Yeah, well, this was flying out of Lansing too, which is it's the capital city of Michigan, but it's a smaller city compared to Detroit. Yes, it will. Right now, it's been good. I got some more growth in there. You can see that, Tara. That right there is the African water fern. I got that from PetSmart. It's just a little plant I seen there. I don't usually buy a lot of my livestock and stuff from places like that, but for plant, I figured, it was I figured it was safe because it said it was pest free and all that. But
Give me just a minute. I got to yell at this dog.
Oh, no problem. Yeah. Put it in there. Now, Tara, earlier we were talking about that one crypt. I think it's undulata, I believe. Oh, gypsum. Oh, okay. That's what this rock is. All right. I'm just catching up here with the. Yeah. I'm going to put some pots in there because I've seen them lay eggs underneath that little aquarium co-op filter there, which I'm going to be swapping that thing out because all it's doing now is it's getting packed full of the Malaysian trumpet snails, and I want to get that out of there before, they all just get caught in there and start dying and whatnot. And besides that, it's so coarse that it's really hard to get any of the. Doesn't really polish the water at all very much, and it gets kind of a cloudiness to the water a little bit. But you can see they're doing really well. I haven't lost one of them since I got them. I picked all of those. I did buy those at PetSmart, and I got them.
What are those rosy reds?
Yeah. I've had these now for what's going on now, probably 4 or 5 months. Doing great. And I've seen them lay eggs down there on that base. But they don't last with all those hungry mouths in there and everything, but
oh yeah. I'm sure of that.
But really great fish. I mean, eat anything you throw in the tank. And
My brother has them in a big old tub, and he raises them for fishing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know how. I've never really looked. He's got plants, like floating plants in there.
Oh.
And he says he can put like 20 in the fall, and by spring he's got hundreds.
Oh wow! Pull my chair down this way a little bit.
He's an old farmer dude, so he's got a tub right next to it where he's raising worms to go fish. So when I go fishing, I don't have to go buy anything. I just go over to his house with a bucket.
Back when I had all my big Central American cichlids, I used to raise worms for their food.
Yeah.
But I'd use those little red wigglers. I didn't use that night crawler. They'd eat a night crawler, but they would make quite a bit of mess in the tank. But I get those little red worms, and I'd keep those in a big bin with some soil, and I'd moisten it down, put some paper in there and stuff, and they'd eat on it. But that was back then, and I'm away from that kind of fish now. But look how fast this thing's been growing. I don't know if Tara, when you were here, I'm not sure if I had this planted when you were here last. But when I put these in here, they were about to where my finger is right there. They were just small plants. And they've grown now all the way up, and they're kind of like draping over at the top of the water. So I'm going to have to take my little scissors in there. I'm going to cut those and then plant some more in here, down here in the soil. Get a little forest growing on that Ludwigia. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right, Alex. I think I was as old as you about 30 years ago.
Where does all the time go? I used to be young. Honestly, I really was at one time.
I was till I had all these kids.
I know it. I just can't believe how fast time goes by. It seems like, yesterday I was, I don't know, working my first job, 16 years old, and here I am now today. It's like time just goes by in a blink.
Yep. Yeah, now I have grandkids. So
let's see here. Only if you have really acidic water. I'm not sure what that means right there. What I missed a bunch.
She's talking about that rock that you were showing.
Yeah.
So if you have really acidic water, that it'll start disappearing on you.
Oh yeah. It's not really acidic, I don't think. I just don't think it has a whole lot of KH.
Mm-hmm.
So it comes out of the tap probably about 8 to 8.2 on the pH. But there's so little buffer in there, it doesn't hold it very long. And that's where in the beginning, well, not in the beginning, but since we moved into this house in 2007, I was having some difficulties when I started getting my tank set up in here into the new place. And I was like, what's going on here? I'd have my tank set up and I'd have pH crash time and time again. And then I got started testing the water and I was testing the KH, and it was like, what KH?
Yep.
There ain't nothing.
Started throwing the old crushed coral in there?
Yep. And ever since I've done that, everything's been smooth.
Yeah. I'm one of those guys that can put crushed coral in it. You know, people say it eventually deteriorates and you got to put more in. Mine doesn't.
Yeah, mine's been staying forever in my tanks that I put it in.
Yeah. Now I
Neocaridina tank.
I only have a couple tanks that even have gravel or anything in them. They're all bare bottom.
I tried bare bottom when I had my mystery snails, and I thought, well, bare bottom tank would be good, because give them more smooth area to feed on, right?
Yeah.
But then what the problem was is I didn't, and this is part of the reason how I found out about my KH being so low, and is their shells were starting to deteriorate a lot, and it wasn't until I put the aragonite, which is basically like a crushed coral sand. And then their shells started healing up a lot better, and they did a lot better. I tried that bare bottom for a while, and it didn't work for me at all. Let's see here. I was going to show this here. This is the female Chinoides.
Yeah.
Where's the male is? The male is really beautiful. He's bright red. He's got a white border on his tail. I have footage of them when they were
still breeding with. They're still breeding with the other fish in the tank.
Oh yeah, intimidated by these little blue star endlers at all. And these are a mouth brooding betta, so when they do that, the male will pick the eggs up in his off her. And once they lay them, he'll fertilize them. She'll take them in her mouth and she'll spit them into his mouth. And then he'll hold on to them for about 12 to 15 days until they hatch. And generally, well, from what I've seen, I haven't seen yet with these guys because he just started doing it. But they seem to be bigger than what these little Endler babies are when they're born.
Yeah.
And so most of these guys in here, they don't eat the baby Endler. So I'm thinking that, well, if they do that, maybe they can survive. I'm going to see what happens with the first time around and see how it goes. I mean, there's not much I can do about it anyway right now until I get those other tanks set up. But I'm looking forward to the day when I can get some of these fry from some of these websites. Yeah. Croaking ground. Oh yeah, the croaking grammies. Another fish I really like down here is that paradise fish.
Oh yeah, I've had those for years and years.
Oh yeah, that's a really nice. They can be a little bit nippy, a little aggressive, but he doesn't go out of his way to attack these fish a lot. If somebody gets real close to him, he'll kind of lunge at him a little bit, but right now, it's almost time for me to turn the lights out. They're kind of just being a little bit the albino crebensis down there. They're kind of chilling down there. I get the camera out, and they all go into hiding.
I have the same problem.
Yeah. But I can't wait till those albinos get a little bigger, and I'm going to start breeding them out. I had the hardest time finding them for the longest time. I could find the regular crebensis, but I could never find my albinos. But they are beautiful little fish. When they get bigger, they're going to look a lot nicer.
And see, the area that I'm in, you couldn't give a cichlid away.
Well, it depends on what kind. I mean, here, like a pistos and stuff are popular.
Yeah.
The pistos and little dwarf cichlids. I mean, even like the little rams, you can unload those pretty easy. But it's just these African cichlids and the large, like Jack Dempsey, firemouth.
I got a friend who's got Jack Dempsey's, and he's got probably 200 of them now because he can't give them away.
Yeah. See, they're just
he came over here one day wanting to know how many I wanted. The answer was a big fat zero.
Zero. Yeah. Well, they
zero.
are fun to keep. I mean, if you just wanted to have some just to have them.
Yeah.
I mean, if I wanted just to have, I mean, I like having tanks just to have tanks of fish, like with my wild type bettas. I don't really look at them as a potential revenue stream of any type, really. I mean, I do like the idea of, breeding for profit and whatnot. But if I had a tank that I just wanted to keep, just as something for me to sit back and relax and watch, African cichlids would be a wonderful tank to have because they just, they're real hardy, they're colorful,
Hmm.
but
Oh yeah, I like them. It's just
they breed too much. They breed too much, and you can't.
yeah.
And if you don't have any way of, you know, passing them
Yeah.
out, selling them or something, you just unless you want to have 100 tanks full of red zebra umbuna, that's
Hmm.
what you have to. That's what the problem is. They just don't move. I mean,
Yeah, and if I ran across a free big old tank, I might go get some from him. But you never know.
oh yeah, if you ever did, I'd ship them to you. I'd ship them to you on my dime. I wouldn't
Just so you can get rid of them.
just so I can get rid of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, the whole tank. It'd probably take about 2
Oh,
or 3 boxes to get them all, but I'd do it. It'd be worth it to me. But luckily, I spoke the last time I went to Bruce. That's the local fish store here in Lansing. I talked to the owner, who's always kind of been, he's taken advantage of me over the years. Put it that way. Fish from the fish perspective, he's gotten thousands of dollars of fish from me over the years, over the decades. He give me like pennies on the dollar for these fish, and
yep.
then and he was telling me, well, for these actually right before Christmas, he said, well, just take some pictures of your fish or some video, and I will give you credit for them, and you can just bring them all in. I was like,
Nice.
okay. So I still they haven't agreed on a price or anything yet, and I got to send them the footage. But like I say, I'm not looking to get a lot of them. I just want to get rid of them. I mean,
Yeah, I used to have a really sweet deal with the fish store here in town, and then he retired. And the only one that's left here, that guy, he's that way. If you took him 20 of those albino plecos that you have, you might get $10,
wow.
maybe,
No, I'll keep
maybe.
them.
Yeah,
I
that's
like
just the
them
way
too
he
much for
is.
that. I wouldn't sell them for that.
Just the way he is.
Yeah, that's somebody just trying to take advantage of somebody. Those plecos are worth more than that. I mean,
That's
they're
why I
not.
got. Yeah, that's why I got out of all of those fish. The regular guppy, swordtails, all of that you can sell to a fish store, and I
Yeah,
started going with these because I can sell and ship these.
yeah, absolutely. On top of that, it's even more so is that those types, like the wild type live bearers, the Gadiads and the Limias and stuff, that's something you don't see every day.
Hmm.
And on top of that, it's like you got these fish that are endangered. It's kind of like you're doing a double duty by sharing them out with other fish keepers and also keeping the species going, because if they're becoming extinct in the wild, at least they're getting spread out.
That's correct.
You know,
And that's what I was saying about my book. I have a lot more written down, and I know some characters in this country that have some, but I gotta get a hold of them and get them here. But I got to do all my other stuff. I got to fix my pond to get that big tub out of the way so I can put my new rack up. On and on it goes, right?
oh yeah, yeah. I gotta, like I said, I'm gonna be doing mine again with the cinder blocks and 2x. It's easy. I'm not handy at all with tools. I can't put anything together really that much. Although I did this. Well, let me see back over here. I did do that rack. It's one of those. I think you
Yeah,
call it a husky rack or a muscle rack or something like that.
yeah.
I built that. That wasn't too hard. I got just a 29 down there, then a 20, and then 4 10s up top. And I got the top. I can put more. I'm not going to put any tanks up there though, because I can
Yeah,
work on these to get on a
that's
ladder.
that's too high for us old guys.
Yeah, I don't want to be getting on no ladder just to do maintenance or stuff like that. In fact, I like everything. Like most of the stuff here, I keep it all on one level. All the way around. Even over there, it's a little bit higher because it's a taller tank. But and then these over here, I just keep it all pretty much on the same level, and I keep everything, long ways here. I don't do any of the short. I mean, if I wanted to maximize, if I ever got to the point where I was breeding and then my demand started overshadowing what I was able to produce, I would have to do that. And
All
get.
right. Tara wants to know if I have the knife live-bearers, and yes, I do. The
Oh,
Alfaro Caltratus, I do have those.
I'm trying to find in the chat here. I'm way behind again. Look at this.
Yeah, you got to go all the way to the bottom.
All the way to the bottom. Okay. There we. Let's see here.
And then she's up just a little bit from there.
Okay.
But I do have those. They're over there. There's like a little 2-minute video on my channel if you want to see them, Jeff. But they're like a yellowish fish, and they have blue eyes.
Yeah, I definitely want to see that.
Mm-hmm. The knife live bearer. They're actually in the molly family.
Ah. Now, Fathom's saying, Jeff, if you weren't so far away, I'd show up and help you out. You mean by taking my African cichlids away?
I think he's me. I think he means
is that what he
build.
means?
I think he's meaning helping you build some racks.
Oh, build the racks. Oh, okay. Well, that'd be helpful too. Yeah. Select Pest says my knife live bearers are frustrating me with their fry eating.
They will do that unless you have. Well, you've seen like my moss tank, right?
Yeah.
That's the same way you do the knife live bearers, like that tank that's full of moss, or that.
Yeah.
You see that? See that one right there, full of moss?
Yep.
Then they can't get them all.
No, that's
It's
like
not
over
pokey.
there, that top tank over there. I got a bunch of moss down there in the pisco tank, and that's the only way I can keep from losing all my black mollies in there. I mean, they still have babies, and I still get survivors out of every time they drop out of that tank.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see over here.
That's why I have the moss almost in every tank like that, if I can. We're the great big crypts. Crypts, when they're small, don't do you a lot of good hiding babies, but the great big ones do.
Yeah, I had a lot more moss in here than this, but I put some over here in this tank over here. Now that's growing over in this tank. In the back, there's a pretty good sized clump back there behind that sponge filter that I got. Yeah, I like a big bunch of moss too. It's just really nice to look at. But Tara, look at that. The dwarf lily's doing pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
I think I got some new leaves coming in a little bit too. It looks like maybe some new growth down there. I still got to get that Nana Petite on a rock or something. My little banana plant's doing pretty well.
I've never had any luck with those. I don't know why.
Well, like Dustin's fish tank says, those are some of the plants he sells that you can't kill them.
I bet I could.
That's what. Yeah, I've heard that same thing about Java ferns, and I have a hard time with that. Adele says, I need a garage. I want a dedicated fish room. Yes. It's always nice to have. Oh, nice. Yeah, some Wassertang. I love that plant, too. And what happened is that stuff you gave me before, it was really, really nice. And those damn scuds ate everything. All the moss I had in that one shrimp tank where I got the male Xenotocas, that whole tank, Curtis, was full of moss. And them scuds ate every ounce of it. I mean, they chowed it down. They obliterated it. And there was a lot of moss. I mean, it was like this tank right here had even more moss. This is probably up this high, all the way across. And them scuds ate everything. They cleared it all out like you take napalm and just burn it out of there. Yep, it was. They're a scourge. I paid for those scuds too. I brought them in the house on purpose, and I'm kicking myself ever since. From now on, I will never do that again. I learned my lesson.
Yeah.
I should have done Daphne or something like that. Tried to do that.
Yeah. Yeah, Daphne usually doesn't mess with anything.
Yeah, and that would make a nice food.
They're a little harder to keep, but
yeah,
sure you can do it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I was going to use this 10-gallon right here just for a Daphne culture when I get setting them up and all that. And I might still do that depending on how everything goes. That or blackworms. I want to try to do some blackworms too. Those things, I guess, are really hard to come by, though.
Yeah, and then you have to wash them and get all the leeches out of them, and
Yep.
unless you get them from somebody you know.
Yeah. Got to get them all cleaned up, and then you get them in a tank with, you put them in an aquarium with a little sponge filter, and then just a few coarse rocks, not a whole bunch at the bottom. And yep, I was watching a fish keeper by the name of Greg Jones.
Yeah, I know Greg.
You know Greg? Okay, yeah, he was showing his setup for his blackworms, and I was like, wow, that looks great. He just if he had a dead fish or something, you throw the dead fish in there, and that would be the food for the blackworms.
Yeah, you throw your algae wafers in there. They love those.
Yeah, that would be nice. See, duckweed is often the first thing it sells. Oh wow!
Yeah.
There's the duckweed, really. Yeah. Oh wow!
No.
I got tons of that stuff.
No, thank you. I can actually say I'm duckweed free.
You know what? I was duckweed free up until the time I bought a pair of Apistogramma borellii opals from. I bought them on eBay, and when they came in, there was a little bit of duckweed in the bag, and I looked at that. I did a little video on it, and I even said in the video, I said, duckweed in the bag. Who would do that? And I thought I was being really careful. I didn't get any. Somehow one piece must have made it in that tank, and then by the time I got around to it, it just went out of control.
That's the best part. That's the best part of your quarantine tank.
Yeah.
Because I quarantine everything, and then while they're quarantining them, if there's any little pieces of duckweed, I get it right then, and then when I transfer the fish, make sure I don't get any. No, Stephen P. I'm duckweed free. I don't need any help. Thank you. I gotta go run and let my dog out before he
okay.
freaks out.
So Sam says, I have no idea what I'm doing at Dan's Fish. Are you looking to buy fish there, Sam? Duckweed is aquarium herpes. Yeah, that's right. That's why Jorge. You know what the thing of it is? You got something very, very much in common is the Malaysian trumpet snails and duckweed, because they both float. And if you stick your arm in the tank, you're going to either come back, pull your arm out, and you're going to have those little snails on your arm, or duckweed, and then you're going to reach into another tank if you're not really careful, and it's going to spread it to another tank. That's what happened with these two over here. I had the ones in the scud tank, and then I was trying to be careful, and then it got into the 55, but it's just a never-ending battle when you get that stuff. But well, we've been going now about an hour and a half. Curtis, is there anything else you wanted to talk about, or do you want to? Or do you think?
No, I think sometime we need to do one with your whatever you want to talk about if you have it all set up, and maybe I'll remember to bring my book of things I have and things I'm looking for. And
I'm still kicking. I cannot believe from earlier. I'm like sitting there on the couch, just finishing my pizza up, and you messaged me, and I was like, I almost passed out right there. I was like, oh my God, that's right.
You sent me the link yesterday, and I never even looked. And I was watching somebody, and it was like, oh, there's the live stream I'm going to be on with Jeff, and it says 6:30 my time. That's like 10 minutes.
Yeah, 7:30 my time. Yep.
Yeah, so I clicked the link, and it's like, where's he at? Where's he at? I should have messaged you earlier.
Sluckpet saying this: Malaysian trumpet snails are great. Probably my favorite snail. I like them. I like them actually. I don't. They breed like crazy. I mean, they love me. They love my tanks, and there's a market for them there too. Wow. Now, where is that? What state is that? You don't mind me asking?
He's in Tennessee or Kentucky, something like
really?
that.
Wow, I got lots and lots.
I should know that. I watch his live stream all the time. I should know that.
I haven't seen Pet's live stream yet. In fact, He's-
Yeah, he does it pretty much every week.
I'm pretty sure I'm subscribed to him.
He's got some pretty good videos where he goes. He went to the Clash. He went to the OCA. I can't even tell you everywhere he's been, but he's got videos on all of them showing you all about them.
Yeah, and I agree with that too. They do. I have them over there in my tank with my Blue Dream shrimp and the 55 gallon. They do. They get down there. They'll clean that. They clean it out really nice. I do have some assassin snails in that tank just to keep the numbers down a little bit, but I don't think they even really go after the Malaysian trumpet snails very much. They pretty much ate all the ramshorn I had in there. But yeah, turn this camera back around here one more.
Well, you'll find if you keep getting Gadiads, there's some Gadiads that won't let you keep any snail with them.
Oh, you can't keep any.
Certain ones, they're just like, nope, not having them in this tank. I'm going to eat them all.
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm.
Are
And
the
other ones
like that?
No, there's snails in there.
Was he talking? Okay.
And that's like the Black Prince. He's like, they're both mean. They'll eat their fry. I mean, I've been working on breeding them since I got them from Keith from KGE. I got them from Keith, and I think I finally figured out the secret. Kill their shrimp in there. They'll kill all their babies if you're not watching, but they'll let the little shrimp live.
Yeah, I don't bother the shrimp. The Xenotoken bothered my shrimp, but maybe the little teeny shrimplets, the baby ones. Mm-hmm. But Select Pet says, I think my trout Gadiads wiped out my ram's horns.
Probably.
Could be.
They get bigger.
Oh, they're beautiful fish too, though.
Yeah, they are.
I think it's fascinating. They have umbilical cords, when the mothers, when they're.
Mm-hmm. I think Keith was live streaming and I was making comments and I told him I'm going to put some out in a tub this year. Just so that I'll have some breeding here and I'll have some outside. I'm not going to put a bunch out there, but I got some pretty good sized plants growing. Put in there so they got cover.
Yeah.
Throw, I don't know, a couple of pair or 3 pair in there.
Yeah, a couple pairs or a couple trios or something. I bet you could probably do pretty good over the summer.
I think I will.
That'd be nice.
There's some that I don't need any more of. I don't need any more Limia tigers. That is for sure.
They breed pretty good. I think I got some good breeding going on over here. I got some fat females there that they're going to be giving birth anytime now.
If anybody's interested in the Crocodon Audax, that Black Prince, I've got, I don't know, probably 20 pair.
Wow. Yeah, all those. I love all the Gadiads and Limia. I'm like, the thing with me, it's interesting how that my earlier stream, I call it the Aquatic Addicts Anonymous, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because I really think I am an addict when it comes to this stuff. Because every time I see something, I want it.
I am.
I just do. I see these interesting fish, interesting stuff. I'm sitting here right now looking at my fish here, and I'm like, man, I cannot wait to get my next different pair of them now too.
And the bad part is, even like Aquabid, is I've been on there so long, and I've emailed some of those people that if you go on like the Live Bear section of Aquabid, I think I know every one of those people that are on there.
Oh,
because we've emailed back and forth, and
well, that's not bad. It's good to have the contacts and the resources. You build a relationship with these people, and then who knows? Sometimes you want a certain type of fish, they got it, and they want something you got, like what we did.
Yeah.
So, have you had any breeding from them guys yet?
Oh yeah. Yeah, there's little baby mollies over there.
Nice. I love seeing the baby fry when they come out.
They're in there with the little baby super red plecos.
Oh, nice. Nathan Hovey says, Select Pet, send them my way. I need help with my ram's horns. Oh yeah, you got too many ram's horns. I like ram's horn snails myself. Honestly, I really do. This call says, are the Emicas on the cares list still? The Amica Splendid.
Yes, they're on the critically endangered list.
Yes. And that's what I think. A lot of these wild type bettas that I have too, those are endangered, and some of them are critically endangered too. That it's kind of a nice mission when you think about it. It's something that you enjoy keeping, and then if you're able to, I'm still trying to get some fry out of these guys. Okay, so I haven't done it by the book the way it's supposed to be done, but I'm sure I'm going to have to get around to getting the right type of infrastructure in here where I can take the. They say that once the male has a mouthful of fry, you're supposed to take the female out. Keep everything out of the tank except for maybe like a pleco or something. I keep my bristlenose pleco in there, but take everything else out and just turn the lights off and let them go.
And leave him alone.
And not feed him for like 12 to 15 days.
Oh yeah, because he's got him in his mouth.
Yeah, you put food in there. If he gets hungry, he'll just swallow that along with some flake food or something. It's like, yeah. You need some botanicals and KG. Those better. Yeah, I got a bunch of those still from that that bag that I got. But I definitely they like them a lot. They do. So, but anyway, my friend, I think we can wrap this up here, and we've been going now for a good hour and a half or so. And I'm really I want to apologize to you and everybody else for being late.
No, you're good.
Yeah.
You're good.
Yeah. Yep. Oh wow. Nice. Yeah.
Nathan has some.
Yeah. Yep. He has similar types of taste of fish as I do. I think there's a lot of fish I'm starting to get into. I still never kept an angelfish yet.
I used to breed them for the fish store.
I've never had an angelfish in my life.
You need more tanks if you're gonna be breeding them to sell them.
Good night, Tara. I'm gonna finish up here, and good to see you again. Happy New Year to you and Greg. And let's see here. Dan's Fish is live with weekly giveaway. Oh, we got that now. Yep. So we can go and check out Dan's. I like to watch that every week. So we'll go ahead and finish here. Thank you, Curtis.
You bet. Anytime we can get a schedule going.
Let's do that. Absolutely. Really enjoyed this. Even though I came out of here without anything prepared, just talking with you and stuff. I mean, it was great.
Yeah. I enjoyed it.
Me too. All right. So we'll go ahead and this here, and I'll get backstage in a second. All right. Thank you.
All right.
Bye-bye.
See you, everybody.